I refused to share a room with a 1-year-old, twin 2-year-olds, and a 4-year-old. I was 18 when my Aunt Carla invited me and my friend Beth to her ranch house for 4th of July. Now, this place was huge. 4 bedrooms with queen beds, a master bedroom, and this massive kids room with about 6 beds and a loft. I was pumped to finally get away from the city and run around on their land with Beth. When we got there, I found out the sleeping situation. Me and Beth were supposed to bunk with 4 screaming kids while their parents got their own room. My cousin Ryan, who's 16, also got his own space with our other relatives. But us? Nope, we got babysitting duty. The kids belonged to my Aunt Julie and Uncle Mark. These people had 4 kids under 5 and none of them slept through the night. I knew this because I'd stayed at their house once before and it was pure hell. The baby would cry, wake up the twins, who would then wake up the 4-year-old, and it was just chaos all night long. I told Aunt Carla we'd rather sleep on the couch. That's when things got ugly. Aunt Julie completely lost it. She started screaming about how we got to bring a friend so we should watch her kids. She said someone needed to be responsible for them during the night, and since Ryan was a growing boy who doesn't know how to take care of kids, it had to be us. The way she said it, like we were hired help or something, made my blood boil. Nobody else wanted to get involved. Aunt Carla just shrugged and said we needed to figure it out ourselves. So I ignored Julie and started setting up blankets on the couch with Beth. That's when Julie really snapped. She marched over and threw all our stuff off the couches onto the floor. She got right in my face and said we had to sleep with her kids or we couldn't stay at all. Beth was standing there looking mortified because this crazy woman was screaming at us over sleeping arrangements. I told Julie we were leaving if we couldn't sleep on the couch. She started screaming even louder about how I drove up with my dad's boat, and if I left, nobody could pull it around the property. Like that was somehow my problem. The whole family just stood there watching this woman have a complete meltdown over us not wanting to be unpaid babysitters. My cousin Ryan was smirking like this was entertainment. Aunt Carla kept saying, just work it out, instead of telling her sister to calm down. I'd had enough. I went outside and started loading our stuff back into my truck. Julie followed me out there still yelling about how I was being selfish and that she needed a break from her kids. She actually said I should be grateful for the chance to help family. Beth was standing by the truck looking like she wanted to disappear. This wasn't exactly the fun weekend getaway I'd promised her. I could see other relatives peeking out the windows watching the drama unfold. I hitched the boat trailer back up while Julie kept ranting. She was going on about how young people today don't respect their elders and how I was setting a bad example. Then she tried a different approach and started crying about how overwhelmed she was with 4 kids and how she just needed one night of good sleep. I almost felt bad for a second until I remembered she'd thrown our stuff on the floor and screamed at my friend. I told her that wasn't my problem and got in the truck. Julie actually tried to block us from leaving by standing behind the trailer. Uncle Mark finally came outside and pulled his wife away from our truck. He looked embarrassed but didn't apologize or anything. Just told Julie to come inside and let us go. We drove the 3 hours back home in silence. Beth finally said she was sorry the trip got ruined and that my family was intense. I was so embarrassed I could barely look at her.